morning and welcome. You're watching the CommexFX Daily Outlook for Thursday, March 19th. The euro rose 2.25% against the US dollar and closed at 1.0832. The greenback lost ground after the Fed lowered the US economic and inflation outlook for this year and remained dovish on the pace of interest rate increase in the nation. Yesterday, the Fed at its latest monetary policy meeting held its interest rate steady at 0.25%, at par with market expectations, and indicated that the US Central Bank was moving closer to a much-anticipated first interest rate hike since 2006 by dropping patience from the statement. However, it trimmed the US GDP estimate for the current year to between 2.3% and 2.7% projection. The Fed also expects inflation to likely fall below its earlier forecasts, with core PCE inflation expected to hover between 1.3% to 1.4% this year before rising to between 1.5% and 1.9% in the next year. The pair is expected to find support at 1.0556, and the fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.0337. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.1017, and the rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.1260. Trading trends in the pair today are expected to be determined by the US initial jobless claims data scheduled later today. The British pound rose 1.35% against the US dollar and closed at 1.4948 after the UK Chancellor George Osborne upgraded the nation's growth forecast to 2.5% from 2.4% in 2015 and to 2.3% from 2.2% in 2016. He further projected the nation's inflation to fall to 0.2% going forward and indicated that Greece's exit from the Eurobloc might pose a serious challenge to Britain's economy. In other economic news, Britain's ILO unemployment rate remained steady at 5.70% in the November-January period, while market expectations were for it to ease to a level of 5.60%. Separately, the minutes of the Bank of England from its recent monetary policy meeting showed no surprise, as all 9 MPC voting members voted unanimously to keep interest rates on hold at a record low level of 0.5% and its quantitative easing program unchanged at the same amount of £375 billion. The pair is expected to find support at 1.4632, and the fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.4366. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.5166, and the rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.5434. Amid no economic releases in the UK today, investor sentiment will be governed by global macroeconomic news. The US dollar weakened 0.92% against the Japanese yen and closed at 120.23 after the Fed downgraded the economic growth as well as the inflation outlook of the US. Yesterday, the Bank of Japan in its latest monthly report indicated that the nation's economy continued to recover moderately on the back of gradually rising business fixed investment as corporate profits improved. Additionally, the report stated that the nation's economy was anticipated to continue its moderate recovery with adequate rise in exports, mainly against the background of recovery in overseas economies. The pair is expected to find support at 119.33, and the fall through could take it to the next support level of 118.25. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 121.46, and the rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 122.50. Trading trends in the year today are expected to be determined by the Bank of Japan minutes from its recent monetary policy meeting scheduled overnight. The Australian dollar strengthened 1.84% against the US dollar to close at 0.7764 after the Fed statement cooled expectations of an imminent rate hike in its next month's meeting, even after the policy-setting committee decided to drop the word patient from its statement. The pair is expected to find support at 0.7605, and the fall through could take it to the next support level of 0.7469. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 0.7863, and the rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 0.7984. Gold prices traded higher by 1.60% against the US dollar at $1167.10 per ounce, after the Fed indicated that the central bank may be on the path to increase its benchmark rate as early as June. However, it was not very optimistic about the economic growth in the world's largest economy. Moreover, the Fed revised down forecast of the US economic growth in the coming years. The pair is expected to find support at 1152.00, and the fall through could take it to the next support level of 1132.40. The pair is expected to find stress resistance at 1184.10, and the rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1196.60. CommexFX is now offering a new application. Download the brand new CommexFX TradeMate app right now and receive daily market information, suggested market directions to trade on, highlighted best trading options, and more, covering a wide range of markets, including energy, metals, indices, and forex, among others. Trade easily, trade successfully. For more information on CommexFX TradeMate app, kindly visit our main website www.commexfx.com. Stay in the know by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter and Instagram, circling us on Google+, and of course, subscribing to our YouTube and CommexFX TV channels. Have a great trading day!